right, welcome back to the Observerz Corner.
We're in the corner.
We're in the corner. We got Jesse Katz with us today.
Excited to be
here.
here.
Welcome. What's going on?
Yeah, not much, man. We're living.
We live it.
Saturday.
That's cool.
New York.
Saturday. Early New York. It's what is it? 12:30. I mean, come on. I don't think we've ever shot this early before.
On a Saturday.
Saturday. Hey,
Yeah.
how about it?
Not hungover?
Not hungover.
I'm in shambles. I'm not gonna. I went out last night. Yeah, I'm in absolute shambles.
Where were you at last night?
I was in Mount Zion, East Village.
East Village?
Nothing crazy, but we hit like some dive bars. We did
Okay.
nothing crazy.
All right.
But nah, it was a good time. But yeah, we're struggling today, boys. Just a little bit.
So when did you move into the city, man?
I moved here officially like a year and a half ago, last December of 2021, right after I graduated. So I've been here for like a year and a half. I'm in East Village. I'm like on 4th and A.
Unreal.
That's good.
Yeah, that's not
You're
bad.
in a prime location.
Yeah, I'm prime, dude.
You see everything. You see everything. Yeah.
And shit that you don't want to see either.
And shit, yeah.
But that's New York anyway.
Dude, you can't walk a block without somebody asking for something.
Exactly.
But it's a good time, man. It's fun. I live with one other buddy from school.
Oh, nice. So when you moved here, what was the first thing you made sure that you managed? Whatever that is. So like, you made sure that you knew where certain things were in proximity to where you lived. Like, how did you even get your apartment? What made you go into the East Village kind of vibe?
Yeah. Well, I guess I'll answer the first thing. How did I manage my stuff? So obviously, after graduating college, your whole mission is to like try to figure out how to manage your time. What are you gonna do with your life? This is the first time in your life where we're not in this bubble of school.
Yeah.
Right? Like we have
nobody tell you what time you have to be at school.
Right. Nobody's gonna pull your hand out of your bed. No one's getting you out of anything. Man. So it's up to you, right? So manage your time, manage your interests too. I think I'm still exploring like what I'm interested in, and that's kind of a big process for me. But East Village is cool though. There's a ton of cool bars. There's a lot of kids our age. Like
there's a lot of kids our age.
23, right?
Yeah, I just turned 24 on February 10th.
Yeah.
Dude, I didn't even.
What, 2 weeks ago?
Nah, that's all right.
Not even close.
2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. That was crazy.
It was crazy.
Yeah, we're belated, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you, dog. I appreciate that. But we met before you moved to New York, though, right?
Yeah. Well, that was in the summer of 2021, right?
Yeah, but you acted like you're not sure when you guys met.
I'm thinking.
We were high the whole time.
We were high the whole time. I met Jesse on a short film, I think. I'm pretty sure.
You know that for sure.
Yeah, I know that for sure.
It's not pretty. You know.
No, but we've never seen the short films.
Yeah, right. No, we had a mutual friend. My buddy from school was his home.
He was one of my best buddies. He went to Bucknell with Drew.
Oh, well, Drew.
Yeah.
You know Krantz?
He's my boy,
Yeah, he
man.
knows Krantz. Yeah.
My boy.
Yeah, my boy. We just sent him a little piece the other week. No, that was like a month ago.
A month ago, yeah. When we did it,
He's always dripped out.
He's always dripped out. Yeah, it's classic Drew.
You guys got a shit ton of drip going on. I feel like I'm underdressed there, man. You gotta give me some pieces. Or
Maybe once the stand-ups getting getting going.
Once I'm someone, then yeah.
Once
you don't have to do that. Nah, don't worry.
To nobody. That's fair.
When you're ready for a stylist, you just hit me up.
I will.
I got you.
You work here, right?
Yeah, I got you.
Are you working downstairs?
I don't. I try not to work, fam.
Yeah. You work not to work. Right?
Work not to work.
Yeah.
Work not to work. Nah, Kamal's DJing all over the place. I mean, what was the spot in the? Is writing on the wall in East Village?
Yeah, I'm not writing on the wall.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh right.
How often are you there?
I'm everywhere. It's interesting. Like you would think a residency, you would want to be there every week, but that kills you.
Right.
You gotta work harder because you want your stuff to be fresh. You know
For
what I
sure.
mean?
Yeah.
You want to keep your shit fresh.
You don't want to do the same shit over and over again.
Exactly.
No. How you supposed to grow? If you keep doing the same stuff, right?
I absolutely agree. That was a big thing. Like what Jesse, what you were just saying about like when you first get here, like what you're managing is like finding what you're interested in, and that takes time sometimes. But
there's no rush, man. That's the thing about it.
There's no rush.
Yeah,
I think we're at a certain age where we're so like the expectation for us to figure it out right the fuck now is so high.
Yeah.
Like we're in our early 20s. Like we're also like TikTok, Instagram. You see all these kids who are so young making so much money.
Oh, it's insane.
Right? Like it's.
I think it's all inflated though. I don't think
it must be.
I think it's inflated.
It's inflated. Well, a lot of them are like put up at houses, and they start like living there, and all they do is produce TikToks there, and the house is basically, getting paid for itself via the TikTok, and it's crazy. But like those kids aren't paying to live there. The guy who bought the house is getting part of what they're making off TikTok, and it's crazy industry.
That's an interesting model,
Right?
yeah.
It doesn't.
I don't know.
It's not that sustainable. Right?
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
that's a short game. That's not the
Yeah,
long game.
No, it's not, bro. They dangle your dreams right in front of your face and make it seem like this is real life, but that's
Yeah.
It's not.
Well, that's interesting. Tell me, how long have you been doing what it is that you do, and what do you
Stand
do?
up.
that's a good question. What do I do?
Yeah. What's going on, Jesse?
I do a
Fill
little bit of
us
this, a little bit of that. I'm trying to feel it out, man. So after graduating college, I was trying to be an actor, right? And I still am. I'm
Yeah.
still very interested in that, and like for film and TV stuff.
You're
But
still auditioning and
I've been
everything?
struggling. Yeah, I'm trying to audition on Backstage
Yeah.
Access Access. I have a commercial agent, which helps too, you know.
There you
So
go.
I've been doing some commercials for like Irish Spring, Snickers, like that kind of thing. But I've been struggling to like.
You're not you when you're hungry.
Yeah, exactly. If you go on their TikTok or Instagram page, you'll see me there, but you shouldn't go there. It's
No,
stressful.
listen. Every journey starts with the first step.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't knock anything.
I agree.
See,
I agree.
that's it.
I'm trying to be humble.
The true definition of a hustler.
Choosy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's a true definition of a hustler. Go get it.
Dude,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, he's a true definition of a
You have to,
hustler.
bro. But anyway,
Don't
so,
sleep.
Yeah, I'm trying, man. But, yeah, so I've been trying to get into stand up because I've been like kind of struggling getting like acting work because it's so fucking difficult.
It's difficult.
So I've been trying to like, all right, clearly like I need to like write my own stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And like I was trying to write scripts, but I was like, all right, once you get a script, how do I? It's so like
What's
takes a
the
lot
next step? Right.
Right.
You
It
need a
takes a lot of
production
pieces to
company
like
and
put
then,
these things together. So I was like, all right, with stand up, I can do my own thing. There's an empty stage and a microphone,
Mhm.
right? It's easy to just get who I am out there, right?
So let me ask you this question. So like for me personally, I'm not saying this is for everybody, but
Yeah.
just for me personally, do you feel like a comedian should be funny all the time, or do you feel like a comedian is something you turn on and turn off?
Ooh, that's interesting.
It is a very interesting.
Because you can't walk around all the time like just
No, you can't.
being
But that's
Most
absurd.
comedians are impressed.
Listen, if you look like
Yeah,
a-
but you-
if
but you have to
look
turn
like
on and
Eddie-
off. It's
Eddie
like-
Griffin,
Yeah.
how he speaks that's just who he is.
Right.
A Cat Williams, how he speaks, that's just how he.
No, but
is.
it come across funny, but they're not always funny.
Nice.
A couple years back, I met John Witherspoon. I met what's his name? Anthony. What's his name? Anthony Anderson? No, not Anthony Anderson.
Anthony Davis? No, I'm
No,
kidding.
Anthony Bourdain.
Huh? No, he's a comedian. What's his name? He came in that movie. Yes. It's Anthony. It's no. It's Anthony Anderson.
Anthony Anderson.
Yeah,
Anthony Anderson.
Anthony
You know?
Anderson. Yeah,
Okay.
funny as
Yeah, yeah.
fuck.
Right.
But the thing about it, like they turn on and off, on and off.
It's like a job. you
So
know?
for me, John Witherspoon was like, no matter what he said, the way he say it was funny. It's
Right.
some funny shit.
Right.
Because he came when I was working on Armani, he came in there and he come in the shop. He spent like about an hour doing like funny shit, like entertaining the clients while he was there, and it was funny.
That sounds awesome.
He started helping himself instead of just let him. You know, same thing with Anthony Anderson too as well.
Right. I think it's like any other job. You don't want to come home after a long day of work and like still have to kind of, you know. I think we all. I'm saying we, like I'm an established comedian, but I'm saying for me, like
You are.
Yeah.
I think once you get on stage, you're a comedian.
Yeah, you're on the
You know
stage,
what's funny?
bro.
It hit me for the first time when I went to my first open mic.
Where
I
was
like,
that? Where was
checking
that?
in.
Where
It was
was
at New York Comedy Club.
Okay,
I was
sick.
checking in, and she was like, "Oh, you have a reservation?" I was like, "Oh, I'm actually performing." She's like, "Oh, you're a comedian." I was like, "Oh shit."
Yeah,
But once you hit that,
feels good.
once you hit that stage, you're a
Yeah.
comedian.
100%.
Yeah,
You
you're a
sort of gotta
comedian.
act like it.
So then, what do you talk about in your?
My stuff is observational. I talk mainly about like my Jewish upbringing a little bit. I talk about like I have this one bit where I was raised by like a Colombian babysitter,
I love this one,
and
man.
she kind of taught me Spanish from a young age, right?
You speak
and
Spanish?
I speak Spanish, yeah. You?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, 'cause
I was
you
like,
was-
let's get into it.
when the delivery guy was here last time, you had to like jump in.
No, that
jump-
was Gus.
Oh, it
That
was Gus. It was Gus.
was
It was
here.
Gus. It was
was
Gus.
here.
Gus.
Oh, you
Gus.
speak
Yeah.
Spanish too.
I was like,
Yeah.
the guy was like, the guy called me and he was like, do you, the guy was like, do you speak Spanish? And I was like, un poco.
Right.
And Gus was like, give me the fucking phone.
Gus is good too.
Yeah.
But no, so I grew up with her and I studied Spanish in high school and college. I went to Barcelona for a few months. And so I work in a restaurant. I'm a bartender too. So a lot of my coworkers in restaurants, they're all Hispanic. They're all Latino, right? But they don't know that I speak Spanish, right? Because I don't look like I speak Spanish. Right? So they think that they're
You don't
safe.
believe I speak Spanish.
Right. They think they're safe to talk shit though.
Yeah. But that's the best thing,
But I
bro.
let them talk. I
Yeah,
let
me
them
too.
talk
I
for a week.
yeah.
And in that week, I'm taking names. You know?
Yeah.
And then one day
Filing
I dropped this tray of glasses, man. It shatters. It's the loudest noise you've ever heard, right? And they're fucking laughing it up. I can already hear like Juan, Miguel, Carlos. They're laughing it up. You know? So I turn. I'm like, ¿Qué dices? Huh? Like, hablamos español, ¿sí? They were like shocked.
Shocked.
So I do like a 3-minute story about that, and then I'm trying to figure it out, man. I'm trying to like see like who I want to be up there. I think is important. Like what kind of persona you want to cultivate up there.
Yeah, and then who would you say your comedy idol is?
I got a few,
inspiration.
Right?
Inspiration, yeah.
Well, all time, like Jim Carrey's like my hero.
Oh,
really?
He's great, yeah.
Oh, that motherfucker is funny.
I think it's
Funny as fuck, man.
Yeah, Jim Carrey's great. Like of the all-time greats, like Jim Carrey.
Do you feel like Jim Carrey's inside of the all-time greats?
I think Jim Carrey's all-time great.
I think so.
You think so?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, in terms of stand-up specifically, maybe not.
Yeah, okay.
Nah, maybe not. I would say
I
look
think
at
just comedian, like funny.
Comedian overall.
Yeah, comedian overall.
Okay.
I
You looking
when
at
I think comedian, I think like some people like comedian is only stand-up.
nah.
Like,
Comedian is everything.
That's why we gotta
You
differentiate
can transcend
what
it.
you
Yeah.
mean.
So for me,
Yeah, so-
like ultimate comedian of all time, like I'm talking about Richard Pryor, fucking Eddie Murphy,
Yeah.
all of those
Robert
guys.
Williams is great.
Robert Williams.
Robert Williams. Oh, God bless his soul, man.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Yeah.
A lot of the comedians.
But these days, I'm really into Mark Norman, Shane Gillis, Sam Morril. Like these are like guys in their early 40s who are like just starting to break through. They've been going at it for so long, and they finally are like getting like this recognition. They're great, man.
I think that's one of like the big testaments to anything creative and art in general. Like as you know, like Kamal, you as a DJ, Jesse, you in a similar vein as me, a little more on the stand-up comedy side or like comedic in general. I think, and then Wes with the fashion is like it takes time.
Yes.
I mean, you see these people that
Yeah,
you're like, oh, this is you see someone that's like gonna like absolutely pop off this year because there's a bunch of stuff coming out and they're starting to blow up, but they've been doing it for 20 years.
Yes, and that is the thing that I think when we talk about like TikTok, Instagram, and I say it's inflated. I think anyone that's been so first you need the first 10, 15 years to figure out what not to do.
Yeah.
You got to tank it.
I like that.
Yeah, and I think even if you're in those first 10, 15 years and you're making it, those 10 to 15 years, you're like it's behind the scenes.
Trial and error.
You're
trial
figuring
and
it
error.
out still and
100%.
making mistakes and shit. Even if you're at the top, you're always learning.
Yeah, you learn every day, bro.
And that's the people that drop off and the people that don't
I've
keep
been
learning at
DJing
the
now
top.
for 20 years, right? And it's probably in the last 2 years that I've been able to have my hands do what my brain's thinking.
Right. Yeah. That's so important.
And
That's
my
big.
brain thinks a lot.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Of course, we all live in our head.
We all
Yeah.
do, yeah.
You know what I
do.
mean?
It's a big part of it.
So yeah, I think
like
the first 10 or 15 years you
Yeah.
figure out what not to do.
figure
So
out, yeah.
so when I see these cats and you say there's like a TikTok house and cats are making money and this, that, and the third thing, I go,
You're skeptical.
I'm not saying you're wrong, and I might be using like an old model.
Right.
I might be using an old model, but I can tell you that based on my experience, that shit's not.
Not
Well,
sustainable.
there's
It's like bubble gum. You chew it,
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
spit it out, and you forget about it.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. A lot of people too as well. When they go off of TikTok and stuff like that, if they hit something viral, if they get viral, go viral, they try to like push it to all platforms right away and just run with that momentum. Keep going with it.
You
Keep
have to
going with
run
it.
some of that.
But that's probably
Yeah.
a good method. You guys
Yeah.
are really good
I mean,
approach.
you've had a few
I've
TikToks,
had a
right?
few go a little
Like
viral.
like
yeah.
viral.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I've had a few blow up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
My biggest one was maybe like 6 million views. It was
Oh, that's
like
dope.
yeah, it was.
Well, what was it about?
It was like me like just eating sushi. I was working a part-time gig that was paid hourly. I was eating sushi. It was like when you get paid hourly and you realize you just ate an hour of your time in like 5 minutes.
Oh shit!
I was eating sushi and I just realized and like whatever.
Damn.
Yeah.
So people
That's my
relate
whole
to that,
week's.
man.
That's my whole week's pay.
That's right there, right?
I was like rubbing sushi was like $20. I get paid like 18 an hour.
And I
I'm
live
like,
in New
bro.
York City.
Yeah.
You just ate your whole
whole day.
Your whole
Damn.
house is gone.
People relate to that. Like people
Yeah.
people work hourly. People work So
Absolutely.
I was getting comments in like Russian, Arabic, like it was like all over. Man.
That's crazy.
But the thing also about going viral, I low-key got a little complacent. Like I should have kept striking while the while the fire was hot, but I just watched the likes grow.
Well, let me drop a little
Yeah.
little gem on you young folks.
Please.
So
I'm all ears, man.
see, when you get recognized, that's when the game starts.
Yeah, that's when you're in.
Yeah.
That's when the game starts.
Absolutely.
The game doesn't start until you get
Right.
the views or you get recognized and someone goes, oh, that person's interested.
Yeah.
That's when the game starts. A lot of people feel like when you get, that's the top.
Right.
Like I get there, I can breathe.
Right.
No.
It's time to go.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's time to go.
They give you such a little taste, and you're so like.
It's like your 15 minutes.
Right. You're just chilling in bed, like watching all these people comment on your shit. Like it's a drug, dude. It is full on dopamine. But I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to post like once a day. Like that's
there you go.
That's the only way you're gonna be like actually grow a following. Is at least once a day.
I agree, and that's like like when we were starting this, like we ran into the guy who's got a pretty big podcast right now on the street. He was in line over at Balenciaga, and he was like most podcasts don't make more than 3 episodes.
Yeah.
And he was like, just keep making them.
They said that. He said, well, it's about 2 million podcasts, and
more than half of them only last for 3 episodes.
Yeah.
Well, because they're so like podcasts are like at least 20 to 30 minutes. Like we live in such a like right now like it's gotta be 10-second bits. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Instant gratification.
Yeah.
Instant gratification. It's like that. It's like that in the jewelry world right now too. That's why. Yeah, it can be hard. It can be hard when you're low on inventory or like even my mom's business, like very customizable, and she's thinking about some stuff, maybe having something go on in New York soon. And I'm like, okay, but we have to also look at your business model, and we're gonna have to have an inventory of different letters and stuff, because people want to come in and instantly have the first letter of their name on a bracelet. They don't want to necessarily wait 6 weeks all the time.
Yeah, no.
There's some people who don't really care about it. They're like, okay, hey, if I have to wait, I'll wait.
Yeah.
But some people just like, I want it now, or I want it right now.
And that's the same thing
we have it here too.
Like
well.
Amazon Prime kind of.
Exactly. Well, exactly. It's like all the streaming
Bezos.
platforms. He is
Overnight
killing.
delivery. What horrible expectations.
Yeah, I know.
You gotta wait for that shit.
Yeah, you gotta wait for that.
You gotta wait.
he really. I mean, but like to go back to the point, it's the same with TikToks and Instagrams and the instant gratification of entertainment.
Yeah.
When
not just physical goods, but entertainment itself.
Yeah, when you're hot, you're hot. You gotta push. You gotta keep pushing forward. You can't stop. It's like you light a match. The match lit. Now what?
Right.
Gotta put that fuel on it. Keep it going.
Well,
keep it going.
Maybe a fire instead of a match, because you burn your finger.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, maybe you need that burn.
Maybe sometimes you need that burn.
I think the problem that everybody runs into is you gotta lay context to give information, right? Like I can't tell you, like if I jump out the window and I fly and you're like, yo, damn, that's dope. How did you fly? I gotta tell you how I actually made that happen. You see the finished product, like when you see how like these cats doing that workout and they're like ripped to shreds, and you're like, oh yeah, you can do this too, and you're like,
years and years.
Yeah, I put in the work for that.
And building that context, people don't want to sit around for it.
Yeah.
Right.
People just want instant gratification.
They don't want the journey.
Yeah, they just want the end result.
And that's what we've mentioned a few times, like the drive and passion it takes to live in this city and to explore these creative ventures.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
you can't.
tough, man.
You're sitting around. You're like, how important is a hot 5 for a comedian that's starting out?
Yeah.
Like,
What
right?
what is a hot?
I think it just means like 5 minutes.
Yeah, so it's
5
like a
minutes.
hot 5.
Yeah.
Hot 5 is like
I wasn't sure myself.
Yeah.
Hot
Okay.
five.
So like hot 5
I was
is
like, we're talking about girls now?
I was like, yo, you got 5 hotties?
Hot 5.
You got 5 baddies on the court?
Around the court? No, it's too cold for that today. Everyone's out in their sweatpants and shit. But no, it's like the hot 5 is like, when you're starting off as a comedian and you're getting up there on these nights where they're rolling through a bunch of comedians, you get 3 to 5 minutes sometimes.
Yeah.
Maybe 10. If you're getting 10 minutes.
But the thing is, you have to prepare like weeks
In advance,
Yeah.
right? That's how.
Like
And
I'm writing every day, like just
Yeah.
for 5 minutes of like maybe someone will listen and maybe think it's funny.
Yeah.
But I love it, man.
Do you-
Get on stage.
No, but the thing about it,
do
if you
ever
flop,
get
they
up
push
on
you out.
stage and just improvise? Like you have your stuff worked out, but then you throw 2 out there and you just get like a little, like one person go ha ha, but you see in the audience that the stuff that you have prepared, while it may be great,
It's
And
not hitting.
maybe I'm projecting my shit
no.
on you.
Absolutely.
Because I've
maybe
had
great.
that
It sucks.
before.
It sucks.
I've had that before where I know my shit hits, but it's just not hitting at the
Just
time.
different
and
crowds.
then you just gotta improvise.
Yeah,
Do you ever do
100%.
that?
I love improv, man. I really love it because
I think
it's
improv is
so
really good too.
natural. Yeah, it's a good tip, and if you're good at it,
Keep
it
you on your
really
toes.
hits. What's that? Yeah,
Keep you on your toes.
Keep you fresh. But 100%, I'll write something that I think is hilarious, and it will not hit, and I'll have to kind of acknowledge that. Like, all right, that's a
We got to change the audience. This shit ain't working.
There was one video you
But
posted.
I love that. Though.
There was one video you posted though about the I forget what it was.
Socks thing.
He was like socks, and
I was asking these girls in the I was talking about the gym, and I was like asking about like socks, like mid calf socks or ankle socks. Like, what's like a worse look? Like, what's a bad look for a guy? She just gave me the most blank expression. She was like,
Yeah.
and I was like,
speaking
all right, so we
English.
don't want to talk about socks. That's
Oh,
fine.
that's fine. That's just, all right, keep it pushing. Keep it
So
pushing.
yeah, I didn't write that at all. Like I that was not planned. And like usually the things that you think are gonna hit, like hopefully they do. Hopefully they are funny. But I love those little improv moments because it's a really good skill to have, being able to crowd work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like people come there, like that usually gets the most laughs because that's like they didn't prepare that for weeks and weeks. That was like right on the spot.
Yeah.
Like that's impressive.
Like that's
Yeah,
funny.
even
person.
get
Yeah, but even to the big comedians too as well. They go back to the small places just to see if they're still funny as shit.
Yeah,
for sure.
Because they get so big that they feel like, okay, maybe I'm not really funny.
Right.
Maybe
It's just my name. And
maybe
people
just
like
because of my
me
name.
talking.
Yeah, people like, can we talk? Let me go back to this little person, like,
100%. It's funny.
and
you-
work the crowd.
Yeah, you'll see like an established comedian do a set, and you're like, that's not that funny, man. But like people are laughing because it's like whoever,
Yeah.
you know, because their name. But
Do you,
yeah,
but do you get heckled? Have you ever gotten heckled?
I have not gotten heckled yet.
Oh.
The only thing that was closest to the heckle was like the girl who just like didn't say shit, but that wasn't really like a fuck you or like you suck.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
suck.
I don't know what I would do, man. I'd be like, I think my
Yo, let me-
strategy would be
Yeah,
like
you
to
gotta
take
figure
their
something
side. Be like, yeah, damn, that guy does suck.
Yeah.
Like,
Do you want to come up here?
Right, right. Like you fucking try this, man.
Yeah, you do.
Nah, but that's why the improv is good too as well. If you see you
Yeah.
throw out something it's not hitting,
Yeah.
then you start improv. You
100%.
start like picking up
You just
stuff
gotta
and like
hope it's
yeah,
good.
or you start
It sucks.
working your crowd. And a good thing for a comedian too as well, I think, and it goes for everybody. I think if you work the crowd, if you get the crowd's attention, and you use some of the crowd,
Yeah.
you pull out stuff.
For sure.
You definitely pull out stuff because somebody might have a funny sweater on.
Yeah.
And then you just drop something and they didn't
Yeah.
laugh about it. Then he's
100%.
like, oh, you should be laughing because
Right.
you're funny. Your sweater is funny as fuck.
Yeah.
And you just
It's
keep
all
going.
about-
Yeah.
It's all about having
you should-
tools in your toolkit to use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Use
at
everything.
your availability.
You gotta use everything.
All right, cool. So I think we can cut right there,
Yeah, but
and then I think we can shoot another one right now
okay, cool.
because I think
We should
we got
reset
something
the
going
camera.
on.
Yeah,
I think
I
this
think
is
we- I
good.
like this.
I like
Yeah.
this
I
a
can do
lot.
this for hours, boys.
I'm
I'm serious. I
All
love
right,
this shit.
so yeah, let's cut it. We'll have
So
a
we'll
part.
take five?
We'll take five.
Take a little
Part two coming up with Jesse Katz here, man.
Let's
Thanks
do
for
it,
sticking around,
Oh,
dude.
we're doing right here.
We're gonna
right
we're
into it.
gonna pause and reset the cameras.
Okay.
You know, yeah.
Just turn the camera off and we'll
All right,
just go.
Observerz Corner
So
that we
over
don't
and
lose
out.